Hey guys, and welcome to Tantrum House Studio 3. I'm Will Meadows.
I'm Larry the Intern. Today we're going to take a look at Corporate Times by Yar Bahat.
Corporate Times is a 2 to 5 player economic and bidding game that has players attempting to amass a ginormous stock portfolio.
Yeah, we got a rough prototype of the game. We played it the other day and we wanted to show you how it works. To set up the game, lay out the main playboard, shuffle the news cards, and then randomly lay out the market share limitation tokens. Give each player their player tokens and $20 billion.
Each round, a new news card is drawn and resolved if it's relevant. Then players are given the amount of money indicated by their marker on the income track. Players need to take care of debts from previous rounds if they have any, and then they can purchase stock shares.
Players can purchase stock shares from a variety of markets. They include media, banking, energy, arms, and politics. Players are limited on the number of shares they can purchase from any one market. Heads up though, there are requirements you must meet before purchasing some of the shares.
If you don't have the money to buy shares, you can have the bank fund your purchase, but it can only fund one share at a time and it leaves you in debt. Buying market shares moves your score up, but the market is flexible, which can drop your score. After a player has finished their purchase, play goes to the next player.
Bidding gives players a chance to add to their market shares. It is a bit of a risk, but you can get a nice bonus out of it. Players have to declare if they're going to bid, then you have to pay an entrance fee. Then they have to calculate points, and the winner gets a new market share or an upgrade, plus additional cash.
Players will be buying, selling, and trading their stocks, and the first player to 20 points wins.
So when we played this game, we really enjoyed several aspects. There were a few aspects that we had a few questions about. One aspect that adds interest to the game is trading amongst players. There's quite a bit of freedom. Players can trade market shares, but there are some limitations. You can't have a player trade a market share that's really built up with a very small one. But aside from that, it's depending on the player and what they want.
It's kind of a wide open space, which is nice. You're kind of spending your money however you want. You're kind of trading however you want. Those market share limitation tokens add a decent amount of replayability to the game because in the game, the real goal is to get those top high-level stocks. Those are what are going to give you the big points to push you up to the 20 points and give you the victory. They have prerequisites on them though, like you have to have some media coverage or a certain number of other stocks to be able to purchase those. And so the battle kind of starts at the beginning, like which ones can I get a hold of early that I can even afford, so that as my portfolio builds, I'm able to unlock those big ones at the top.
You're trying to control the media, you're trying to control the banks, you're trying to control the politics. Those are the ones that are going to be the driving factor. There's one aspect about the game that you have to be careful about. When you flip a news card, one of them can be a criminal investigation, which stops you from upgrading. So you have to be careful of those, and there are very few other cards that can turn that around. So that's one thing you have to watch out for.
Yeah, those cards do add a nice twist every round. There's a little bit of weirdness in that sometimes you flip a card and it has zero effect because you're already past it or nothing has happened in the game to trigger it. So some of those are just duds. Other times, it really shakes up. Like, I owned the stock, it just dropped in value by 5. Now I don't have the cash I needed to buy this thing that I was going to upgrade to. So there is a lot of that roller coaster effect, which feels really nice throughout the game.
One part of the game that we ran into that we weren't certain about was the bidding aspect. That adds a lot of intrigue, but we felt like the explanation was a little complicated.
It's hard to tell if the writing is a little convoluted or if the process for bidding is a little complex. We honestly just kind of avoided that aspect of the game. It would definitely add more to it if you were able to bid for those stocks and swipe them out from underneath each other. So I think some of that just needs to be rewritten. Obviously, we were looking at a prototype copy. The art in the game is fair to middling. There's nothing spectacular about it. I think if they hit some of those stretch goals, they might be able to add some new things, which would be really nice. Same with the components. They're not necessarily fiddly, but some of them are really small. The money is pretty standard. I would love to see them hit some stretch goals and unlock some really nice pieces, because I think that would help take the game to the next level.
For sure. So Corporate Times is coming to Kickstarter really soon. Check it out if this is something you think you'd like. Also, make sure to subscribe and comment below if this is something that you enjoy, and we hope to see you in our next video. So long for now.
Hey guys, and welcome to Tantrum House Studio 3. I'm Will Meadows. Let's try without the table,
My bad. Punch it again. We got a rough prototype. checked it out.
Now we're going to play it.
Now we're going to play it for you. Here's a review.
The outtakes from whichever video we did last are great.
Awesome.
So many good ones.